Across the UK, winter is the time we worry most about fuel bills. But for many, this problem does not disappear as the season changes. 900,000 households in Scotland are estimated to be in fuel poverty. That's more than 1 in 3 of the entire population, struggling to afford adequate warmth at home. Somewhere near 7 million households across the UK are fuel poor, and it is estimated that even an increase in energy costs as small as 1% will equate to an additional 8,000 households falling into fuel poverty. Glasgow, one of Europe's top 10 financial city centres, ranked the 57th most livable city in the world, is also one of the UK's most deprived. In fact, half of Glasgow's residents live in the top 20% of the most deprived areas in the whole of Scotland. Throughout these areas, rising energy costs represent a serious and increasing issue. In response to this problem, NG Homes, a local housing association, teamed up with contractors City Technical and embarked on an ambitious project to upgrade its housing stock by installing Knauf Insulation's ThermoShell internal wall insulation system.
I think the project was born out of a conversation I had with Robert Tamburini, the CEO of NG Homes, and they were sort of talking about what could we do to the properties. You know, they've already had the external cladding, so that was there. However, it didn't actually meet the new standard. So we spoke about various options, and Knauf Installations was top of the agenda. And it really was born from a simple conversation, and it grew on within 2 weeks we managed to get the funding for it. We'd never done any internal wall installations before, and after 2 weeks we managed to set the whole contract up. There's 586 properties on this project. However, because the project's been going so well, Mr Tamburini has actually identified more properties that we can look at.
The ambitious project is expected to significantly reduce tenants' energy bills. Figures from the Energy Saving Trust suggest that this could be up to £460 per year for solid wall properties. In an area heavily affected by fuel poverty, these savings will not only have a major financial impact, they will substantially improve residents' quality of life. But with the deadline for the end of CERT rapidly approaching, there were some important considerations for City Technical and NG Homes.
When we were looking at the system, we knew that the CERT scheme, which was paying for this work, we knew that would have to finish by 31st of March, and then the new eco schemes were going to start. So we were looking at a system where we didn't want to start with one system, and then we had to change that and start with a new system. We were always going to go to Knauf Insulations for something, because obviously we've used them in the past and they've been a well-recognised company. But we actually found out that their ThermoShell system was the only one that's actually approved for internal wall insulation. All our engineers were all sent down to Birmingham to get the Knauf certificate, and I actually did that myself as well. I got my hands dirty to do that. But as far as we're concerned, that was the easiest system to do and the only approved one going forward. So for us, it had to be the Knauf insulation system.
There's 3 reasons why we decided to install the system. 1 is to improve the energy efficiency of the homes. 2, to make them warmer for the tenants and to reduce fuel bills. Fuel poverty is a big issue in Glasgow and in Scotland, and this system will make an appreciable difference to it. The houses are warmer, the fuel bills are lower, and I think their general quality of life is improved. We know already from the information that we're getting back from tenants that it's made a vast difference from day one of the installation. It's warmer, and they can notice, some have even said that it improves the sound quality.
With limited time in which to complete the project, choosing an easy-to-install system was essential, both in order to meet the CERT time restrictions and to minimise disruption to tenants. But with an efficient method of working, the teams were able to complete 1 apartment per day, ensuring rapid progress and limiting access to residents' homes to just 1 working day. Despite some hesitation from tenants initially, the positive endorsements from those that have already received the insulation has created a groundswell of support that has driven take-up of the initiative. with many residents now reporting they have warmer homes with better acoustic protection.
I normally have the heater turned about 3 or 4, but now it's been turned down to 1.5 with build up during the night, and when you come in the morning you actually feel the difference of what you did before they put insulation in, and it's been really, really good. Just deciding now what to do, whether to wallpaper, whether to line it and paint it or what, I've not made my mind up yet. I think like everything else, you do worry about how things are going to go as far as your heating and all the rest of it's concerned. But insulation, it is a good idea because it will help to reduce, first of all, the carbon footprint, and then it'll help to reduce the fact that you've got your heating bill are coming down and all the rest of it. You're not using as much as what you would do normally.
With the launch of initiatives such as ECO and the Green Deal, improving the energy efficiency of the country's housing stock is high on the government's agenda as it seeks to meet its carbon reduction commitments. There are 6 million solid wall properties in the UK, and Knauf Insulation's ThermoShell internal and external wall insulation systems have been specifically developed to tackle exactly this type of construction.
The EcoStud is made up of XPS on the inside, which gives us our thermal performance, and the OSB on the outside, which we then attach the plasterboard to. The EcoBat itself is made of our Ecos technology system, and it gives a very, very good thermal performance onto the product. The Knauf insulation ThermoShell system improves the thermal efficiency of the building, ideal for this situation which we have here, which is a high-rise property, and does not affect the facade of the building as well.
I think the biggest challenge for us, this was the first time we ever did anything like this, but I think that speaks volumes for the Knauf insulation system, because we went down for a day's training and it was intense, and there was quite a difficult exam and a practical exam, and having to get your hands dirty after a long time. But I think the challenges for us were, we hadn't done it before. We had fantastic assistance from Graham and the guys at Knauf Insulations. They were on site every single day and helping us through it. So the challenges at the beginning, yeah, there was, but to be fair, after a couple of weeks of installing it and putting the system on the wall, it really is such an easy system to operate. And it does do what it says on the tin, and it has made people's lives up here a hell of a lot better and reduced the amount of fuel that they use.
Eradicating fuel poverty across the UK is still a major challenge, but companies like Knauf Insulation, NG Homes and City Technical are working together to combat this issue and show that it is possible to make a significant difference to people's lives.